Hello, we are reading for Listen Up. Alexander Graham Bell's Talking Machine. Harf, harf, harf! Come here, boy. Alexander Graham Bell wanted to show his brothers a trick. Scotland, 1857. He could stroke the dog's throat so that it sounds like the dog was talking. Alex's father had taught him all about sounds. Sounds moves through the air in waves, said Papa. When the waves hit your ear, you hear the sound. Picture. Alex loves sound. He loves to sit under a piano and sing out loud. His voice made the piano wires shake. When Alex grew up, he still loves sound. He also loves inventing. Alex knew that sound shook a wire. Could this also cross over a wire? Boston, 1874. If Alex could invent a talking machine, then people could talk to each other long distance. Alex knew how he wanted the talking machine to be, but he did not know how to build it. He hired a young man named Tom Watson. Tom could build anything. He built the two parts of the talking machine. The sounding part of the talking machine had a mouthpiece that looked like a cone. The receiving part was another room. The two parts were joined by a wire. The wire was connected to a battery. When Alex spoke into a cone, the battery sent out waves of electricity. In the other room, Tom listened but heard nothing. Alex and Tom worked hard. They tried many ways to make the machine work, but every time Alex spoke into cone, Tom heard nothing. Picture. Then one day, they tried something new. This time when Alex spoke, Tom came running. Did you hear what I said? Asked Alex, excited. No, said Tom, but I did hear the rise and fall of your voice. One day, by accident, Alex spilled act on his pants. He called into cone. Watson, come here, I want to see you. Watson came running. It works, he shouted. I heard every word. Chunk, chuck. Alex was going to Philadelphia. He was taking his talking machine to the World's Fair. The United States was 100 years old. There were parties everywhere. The World's Fair was the biggest party of all. Excitement was in the air. The whole world had come to visit the fair. Alex didn't know what to do first. He might visit the Egyptian mummy, or stroll through the sweet-smelling Japanese garden, or listen to the musical clocks. It was a world of wonders. A giant steam engine powered light of elevators at the fair. People were filled with to see it working. A pickle salesman named Henry Hennies had made a new tomato sauce. He called it ketchup. Some restaurants all over America would have bottles of ketchup on their tables. Charles Hires had made a drink from roots. He called it a root beer. It was a hot summer day. I like bottle. Yum! There were many interesting inventions at the fair. The typewriter, the sewing machine, a calculator. Alex's talking machine was in the corner of a flight of stairs. It was too hot. No one wanted to climb the stairs. Alex was worried. What if no one saw his invention? But one person did climb the stairs. It was Dom Pedro, the Emperor of Brazil. What do you think? He asked. Let me show you, said Alex. Dom Pedro held the hearing piece to his ear. On the other side of the building, Alex spoke into Khan. To be or not to be, the room was noisy. But Don Pedro heard Alex's voice loud and clear. Don Pedro dropped the hearing piece. It talks! He shouted. People want to know why Don Pedro was so excited. The judge lined up to try the machine. They couldn't believe that you could talk to someone across a crowded without shouting. They were convinced. Alex's talking machine was a marvel. Alex called his invention the telephone, which means for talking. Soon telephones were being made all over the world. At first, people were afraid of the telephone. It might spread disease. Everyone would know their business. Life would never be the same. But in time, people grew to love the telephone. You could talk to a friend far away, or phone the doctor if you were sick, or buy groceries without leaving your house. Alex and Mason loved to show people their invention. Bring! Hoi hoi! Shouted Alex into a receiver. The audience watched while Alex spoke to Wesley in a city over 20 miles away. The